Episode 7 gave us a lot to talk about, so let's begin with a recap of all the major plot points that occurred in the episode, then go into my review, and we'll end with a couple theories regarding the next 2 episodes of the season. So let's begin with the recap. It's 1948 at Camp Golden Star, and we meet Bobby and Lavinia Richter, the brother and mother of none other than Mr. Jingles himself, Benjamin Richter. Lavinia scolds Benjamin for reading comic books and being introverted, and Bobby wants to go swimming, so Lavinia tells Benjamin to not let Bobby out of his sight, and the two head off. After being made fun of by a couple of girls, Benjamin decides that he and Bobby are not going to go swimming. Then Benjamin sees the lifeguard walk off into the woods with a girl, and he follows, leaving Bobby alone on the dock. Benjamin watches as the girl and the lifeguard do the deed, while Bobby ignores his brother's directions and swims in the lake. Benjamin returns to the dock to find Bobby in the water as someone starts a motorboat, unaware of the child in the lake. Bobby is struck by the propeller and dies. Lavinia hysterically tells everyone, including Benjamin, that they are responsible for Bobby's death. Now, back in 1989, Donna lays a recently revived Brooke on a motel bed and tells her that she swapped the drug that was supposed to execute her. Donna tells Brooke that she got her a new name and a new passport, but Brooke questions Donna's motives, and Donna tells her that she's trying to make things right. Brooke finds out about the Camp Redwood festival and vows to return to Redwood to get her revenge on Margaret. To give Brooke a sense of what she missed while locked up, Donna takes her to a roller rink where they meet Bruce, who asks the girls if they can give him a ride to his girlfriend's house. Donna declines, but after he helps them with their broken down car, they agree to give him a ride. When Bruce tells the girls a creepy story, Brooke decides that his ride is over and Donna pulls over. Bruce refuses to leave and a cop pulls up behind them on the side of the road. Donna tells the cop that they don't know Bruce, and the cop informs them about the slew of girls that have gone missing in the area. Bruce shoots the cop and exits the car as Brooke and Donna drive away. Benjamin makes his return to Camp Redwood and finds one of the Mr. Jingles impersonators that was killed during the 1984 massacre, and the other 2 impersonators attack Benjamin for killing them. Before they can kill him though, the first impersonator stops them because Montana has ordered that there be no killing until the festival begins. The 3 Jingles bring Benjamin to the rest of the Redwood ghosts, and Xavier and Montana tell him their plan to kill everyone who comes to the camp for the festival. Chet tells Benjamin about the Lady in White, the mysterious ghoul that has been terrorizing the ghosts since their death. Benjamin tells the gang that the Lady in White is his mother. Benjamin also tells him that there was a massacre at the camp even before 1970. In 1948, after Bobby's death, Lavinia slaughtered the Golden Star counselors while they slept. Lavinia also tried to kill Benjamin, but he ended up turning the blade onto her and killed her. Xavier takes Benjamin to Lavinia's shack, and Lavinia tells him that she's never been able to find Bobby's ghost, and that she's been trapped at the camp since her death. Lavinia then reveals that in 1970, she influenced Margaret to slaughter the counselors in the bunkhouse. She says that she used Margaret because she was the only thing that Benjamin cared about, and she wanted to destroy him because she believes that the wrong son died that day in 1948. Benjamin tells his mother about his son and his quest to get revenge on Richard Ramirez. Lavinia tells him that his son is better off dead than having to have Benjamin as his father. Donna and Brooke are stopped at a traffic light when Bruce slams into the back of their car with the stolen police car, knocking the girls unconscious. When Brooke wakes up, she's in the driver's seat of a truck, and Bruce tells her that she either has to drag Donna to her death or get shot in the head. Brooke slams the gas and puts the truck in reverse, causing Bruce to fly into the dashboard. Brooke is able to grab his gun and shoot him in the leg. Meanwhile, Margaret, Trevor, and Courtney arrive at Camp Redwood in preparation for the festival, and Trevor finds Montana's ghost. Brooke and Donna tie Bruce to a telephone pole and sever his thumbs, and Donna agrees to come along with Brooke to Camp Redwood. The band Kajagoogoo arrive at the campgrounds, but so does Richard Ramirez, who kills the entire band. Lavinia confronts Benjamin at the dock, and Benji tells her that he named his son after Bobby. Finally softening up towards her son, Lavinia tells him that his best chance at defeating Ramirez would be to die at his own hands and be bound to the camp forever. Benjamin stabs himself on the dock, dies, and his ghost heads back to the camp, knife in hand. Wow. This episode marks the return of Lily Rabe since her last appearance in Apocalypse's season finale, and in my opinion, it's her best work on the show since Shelby Miller. It's not usual that a guest star gets this much screen time, but I'm so glad that they gave her this much to work with. She stole every scene that she was in, and her character added so much to the lore of Camp Redwood, and this episode is a welcome change in pace that elevates the season to new heights. Instead of maintaining the shotgun pace of the first 5 episodes, Episode 7 slows it down and takes us back to the hidden history of Camp Redwood, the camp formerly known as Camp Golden Star. Taking us back to the 1940s really reminded me of Freak Show visually, and this whole episode gives me early American Horror Story vibes. The story of Bobby and Lavinia is obviously a reference to Jason and Pamela Voorhees of Friday the 13th. However, the episode doesn't focus on Lavinia's 1948 massacre, and it instead focuses on how her blatant favoritism affected Benjamin. The heartlessness of Lavinia is really haunting, and the fact that she hated her own son so much that she caused the 1970 massacre to destroy him is obviously a plot twist that no one could have seen coming, but I think that it explains the massacre a lot better than it was explained before. Prior to this, we just assumed that Margaret was crazy and that the counselor's bullying of her caused her to commit the murders, which is still true, but it's probably safe to say that Margaret would have never killed anyone if it weren't for Lavinia's nudge. Usually at this point of a season of American Horror Story, especially in recent years, we start getting some new subplots that distract us from the actual plot and usually don't add much to the season. However, thanks to Lily Rabe's great delivery and the admittedly above-par writing in this episode, this subplot is a welcome addition to the lore of the series. This episode is obviously 2 episodes prior to the season finale of 1984, and if you recall, 2 episodes prior to the finale of Apocalypse was episode 8, which was called Sojourn, and if you remember, that was my least favorite episode of American Horror Story of all time. So the fact that this is not that makes me very happy. Also, I just want to recognize Dylan McDermott's performance in this episode. His character gave me all of the creeps, and his line delivery was great as well. His description of how the asphalt affects the human body at high speeds was very illustrious, and thanks in large part to him, this episode kept me on my feet, and I actually wasn't certain if Donna would make it out alive. I love the fact that the season hasn't forgot about the 3 Jingles impersonators, and the ghost council of sorts in this episode was really fun to watch, and obviously gave me strong hotel and murder house vibes. Overall, this episode managed to step out and give some effective backstory to one of the season's most intriguing characters, while still setting up what may be a monumental final 2 episodes. So I give episode 7, titled The Lady in White, 10 Montana Dukes out of 10. Be sure to let me know how you'd rate it and tell me all of your thoughts about the episode in the comments below, but now let's move on to the theories regarding the next 2 episodes. Theory number 1, we'll see grown-up Bobby in 2019. Alright, so prior to this episode airing, it was leaked by the voting for the Makeup Artists and Hairstylists Guild Awards consideration that the season would have scenes in the 1940s, which came true this episode, as well as scenes in 2019. It has also been rumored that Finn Wittrock, who appeared in Freak Show, Hotel in Roanoke, may be returning for the finale. Given that AHS loves to flash forward in their finales, it could be gathered that they may have gotten Finn on board to play Benjamin's son Bobby all grown up in the year of 2019. We'll just have to wait and see if it's a happy ending or if he follows in the cursed footsteps of his father. Theory number 2, Bobby Richter will return as a swamp monster. Another theory based off of the Makeup and Hairstylist Guild Awards leak, the consideration post for 1984 also listed that the team did prosthetics for a swamp monster this season. Obviously, we've yet to see a swamp monster in the season, but it would make sense that this is what's happening to Bobby Richter, Benji's brother, not his son. It's kind of implied that Lavinia's death is what caused all of the ghosts to be trapped at the camp, which explains why we never see any ghosts from 1948, and it explains why Lavinia couldn't connect with Bobby. Bobby and Lavinia's whole arc is a reference to Friday the 13th, so perhaps Bobby finally wakes up and becomes a Jason-esque creature, similar to Jason at the end of the first film. Because, you know, we've got like 5 killers, 30 ghosts, and Kajagoogoo. The only thing we're missing in this season is a swamp monster. But alright, be sure to let me know your theories, thoughts, and opinions on this episode in the comments below. Leave this video a like, and make sure you're subscribed for more 1984 content. See you next week.